First and foremost, we give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High and His only begotten Son, who we know and believe as Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to elder apostles, a great millstone and rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to sincere Akim out there, man, pushing his truth. Okay, and also blessings to you few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. Okay, and the title is live feed lesson, and pretty much as you see the title, it says the day of the Lord shall burn as an oven. I believe that's what I titled it, but that's pursuant to Malachi, the 4th chapter. And I've watched these videos before, but pretty much the day of the Lord is burning as an oven is referring to World War III, when the nuclear missiles touched down and pretty much burn certain areas of the earth up. Okay, so what I thought was interesting, I thought I should show, and of course I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, but the sequence on pretty much how to launch a nuclear weapon. Okay, how to launch a nuclear weapon. So it's going, what's interesting about it, we know this is going to happen, but it's actually beautiful, or interesting, should I say, to see how these missiles are going to be launched, man. Okay. First video I'm going to click is this one, and these are some old videos. One of them is from a movie scene called War Games, but I'm gonna go to this one first.
Over the past 8 months, we've aired 3 stories about America's aging nuclear arsenal. Tonight, we thought we would share with you some of the more interesting things we learned along the way. John Yang has that.
Our past stories looked at the debate over rebuilding America's nuclear submarines, missiles, and bombs now that much of the current arsenal is reaching the end of its service life. And tonight, to continue our unprecedented look behind the scenes, we meet some of the men and women charged with this great responsibility. Veteran defense correspondent Jamie McIntyre reported these stories for us in partnership with the Pulitzer Center on Crisis Reporting.
If the president ever gives the order to unleash nuclear weapons, the men and women whose fingers are on the triggers would hear something like this. It's the sound of an emergency action message. It's only a drill, but in a real-life situation, the highly encrypted message sent to bombers, submarines, and missile crews would tell them which war plan to execute and which targets to destroy. The coded message echoes because it's sent by many different radios around the world to ensure that even if the nation were under nuclear attack, at least one of the messages would get through. The NewsHour was granted rare access to America's nuclear warfighters over the past 6 months. At Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota, we spent the day with the airmen who load the B-52 bombers and the crews who fly them.
The capability exists on the B-52 only externally.
Chief Master Sergeant Lee Robbins is the wing weapons manager.
How can you tell how old it is?
It's pretty easy. So there's on the tail number here, if we look underneath the letters AF is 61. So that's when we rolled off the assembly line.
That makes this aircraft 19 years older than Major Luke Dellenbach, a B-52 commander and instructor pilot. I asked him about the differences between flying a conventional versus nuclear mission.
For a nuclear mission for us, it's very controlled. It's very scripted.
All right, and I'm going to fast forward a bit here to the actual sequence on how to launch a nuclear weapon to show you where these people are at when they launch these things.
Is flying the depths of the Pacific Ocean.
Dive.
By far the stealthiest leg of the nuclear triad, the submarine's unofficial motto is hide with pride. The USS Pennsylvania's crew spends 3 months at a time in the cramped confines of the windowless ballistic missile submarine, breathing recycled air and never seeing the sun. That is, unless they are among the chosen few who get to go topside while the sub takes on provisions. an elaborate and highly choreographed ritual on the high seas in which canvas bags of food and supplies are transferred from boat to boat. While the subs patrol undersea, missileers serve underground. They have to take an elevator 50 to 60 feet down each time they arrive at their jobs. There are 45 launch facilities spread across America's heartland, controlling the intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, buried in silos in fixed, known locations.
Incoming emergency action message.
We got to watch two junior officers practicing running through the lengthy checklist to launch nuclear missiles. To get the launch keys, they must each unlock a padlock. In this training scenario, using unfamiliar locks, a forgotten combination delays a mock launch. In case you're wondering, missileers can't just go rogue. It takes 4 officers in 2 separate launch facilities to launch a missile after an authentication code is received.
So you heard him in case they won't go rogue, because these people really don't want to pretty much release these missiles, but the Lord is going to put the spirit on them to do so. Okay, so it said in case one of them go rogue, like let's say, they just go crazy and they just want to push the button. It takes 4 people from different facilities to actually launch one missile, because these people don't want to release these missiles, man, because it's mutual assured destruction is a term where there's just going to be mass casualties on both ends. So it's a process, it's steps to take to shoot off these missiles. Goes to show you that they didn't come up with this shit, man. Okay, let me get that precept real quick. The Most High put it in their hearts, man, to do this. Okay, because why would it take so hard? Because they know the outcome if they release one of these missiles, man. All right, this is Isaiah 54 verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. All right, so the Most High put it in their minds to create these missiles, man. A smith, you have a locksmith, all right, a person that specializes in making locks. All right, so the Lord created this smith for these missiles, man. Okay, those German scientists, he gave them that knowledge, all right, to split the nucleus of an atom to create nuclear weapons, man. Okay, and that goes to show you the process in launching these missiles. It takes 4 people from different facilities to be in sequence just to launch one missile, man. Okay, so what? It gives you time. It gives you time to think about it. Do I really want to launch these missiles? Because it's going to kill millions, if not billions of people. All right?
You can't help noticing how young America's nuclear warriors are. First Lieutenant Kathleen Fosterling, who commands a 2-person missile...
Real quick, I don't like to interject, but real quick. You say, look how young America's nuclear warriors are. So here it is, you got these feeble ass Edomites, or these feeble ass women with power to kill millions, if not billions of people at a flick of a switch. Like that's hilarious, man. These little ass women in here behind these switches hold this this power that's of capable of mass destruction. All right, so that's the Most High, man. The Most High giveth power to men. Okay, it is not men. Okay, that's why they shouldn't glory. They shouldn't glory with men shouldn't glory in themselves, because power is given from up above, man. As Yahushua told Pilate, he said, the only power that you have is that's with what's been given to you from up above. And this is an example of that right here.
Combat crew is 27. She works a 24-hour shift 8 times a month, waiting for an order she hopes never to receive.
I wouldn't say it's lonely. We only work with technically one other person, but we have all the guys topside. We talk to the other crews at the other capsules constantly. But our free time, if we have any, not always. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's not. A lot of people do homework. There's a lot of people in school. We read. We watch TV, watch movies, hang out with each other. It's not so bad.
Item 128, launcher closure door open.
Do you ever wonder, we asked, what it would be like to have to turn the launch key for real?
It's hard to think about it because you don't know what's going to happen in that situation. You just have to do your job and, whatever the outcome is, it is.
Weapons con, you have permission.
And you saw the look on her damn face, man. You just have to do the job. She don't want to launch that shit, man. But the Lord gonna put a spirit on him to do so. I'm replay that real quick.
Wonder, we asked, what it would be like to have to turn the launch key for real.
It's hard to think about it because you don't know what's going to happen in that situation. You just have to do your job and, whatever the outcome is, it is.
You saw the look on her face, man? All right? Because she knows, look at that. She like she about to fucking cry, man. She knows the outcome of if she released one of them damn missiles. Look at that. She know that she just killed millions, if not billions of people by a flick of a switch. To have that on your conscience like that, man. But the Lord is going to bring it, man. Let me finish this out real quick, and I'll hop to another video from a movie clip, and then I'll get into some precepts.
It is.
Weapons con, you have permission to fire.
First Lieutenant Fosterling is not alone. A number of nuclear warriors told us it's very hard to think about what it would be like after the unthinkable happens.
Now Jamie McIntyre joins us.
And that's it on that, man. So they pretty much, they're sitting behind these switches day after day. There's always somebody there. They go through shift changes. Just sitting, waiting on that call, man. Okay? And it's going to happen real soon. It's going to happen. It ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Let me go get this clip from a movie. I like this one here.
Visibility bullshit.
So pretty much right now what's going on is a shift change. Okay, so there's always somebody present at those switches to release those missiles. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man.
You guys haven't been on time for the last 6 months. Well, I wrote you guys up in the logbook.
Yeah, you're a prince, Bevan.
Good night, gentlemen.
So that was like Sensimilla, right? Sensimilla? This grass-made Thai stick tastes like oregano. Lay you out flat, man.
Got a red light, sir.
What up?
Number 8, warhead alarm.
Give it a thump with your finger. Alarm reset.
Skybird, this is Dropkick with a red dash alpha message in 2 parts.
Real quick, I'm gonna let it play. But this is what will happen. Well, this is gonna happen when the day of the Lord comes, man. They're finna show you exactly the sequence and the steps it take to launch up one of those missiles, man. All right.
Break. Red dash alpha.
Stand by to
red
copy
dash
message.
alpha.
Staying by.
Romeo, Oscar, November, Charlie, Tango, Lima, Alpha. Authentication 22040 Delta Lima.
I have a valid message. Stand by to authenticate.
I agree with authentication also, sir.
Enter launch code.
Entering launch code.
Launch order confirmed.
Holy shit. Target selection complete. Time on target sequence complete.
Yield selection complete.
Begin countdown. T-minus 60.
All right, let's do it. Insert launch key. Stand by. Launch key inserted. Roger. On my mark. Rotate launch key to set. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
T-minus 50.
Roger, that's set. Sir.
T-minus 40.
Enable missiles. Number 1 enabled. 2 enabled. 3 enabled. 4, 5,
Somebody in the goddamn
6,
phone.
7, 8, 9, 10. All missiles enabled.
Minus 30.
Give me wing command post on your direct line. That's not the correct procedure, Captain. Try SAC headquarters on the HF. That's not the correct procedure.
Screw the procedure. I want somebody on the goddamn phone before I kill 20 million people. T-minus 20.
I got nothing here. They might have been knocked out already. Right. On my mark, rotate launch keys to launch. Roger, ready to go to launch.
14.
13, 12, 11.
7. 6. 5.
Sir, we have a launch order.
3.
Put your hand on the keys,
2.
sir.
1. Launch.
Sir, we are at launch. Turn your keys.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Turn your keys, sir.
All right, and you see, he didn't want to launch that shit, man, at all, you know.
7.
But it goes to show you the wisdom. This is a younger guy right here on the right. Then you had a older guy on the left. He understands. He say, man, get somebody on the phone. All right, before I kill 20 million people. You know, here it is. This dude here, this young guy, he just young, dumb, and just programmed to do whatever it is. He's not understanding the the mass death that he's getting ready to cause, man. He's just following orders. Okay, but this is the sequence of what happens when they release nuclear weapons, man. Okay, but even though he didn't want to do it, all right, according to scripture, he gonna launch that shit, and there's nothing he's gonna be able to do about it. I go to Revelation 17 real quick, and I get right to the point. It's Revelation 17. I'll start at 12 here. Revelation 17, verse 12, and it reads, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, and the 10 horns represents EU." All right, the original signatures of EU, or NATO, if you will. All right, it started out with 10. It says, "Which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast." It says, "These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast." Right, this whole EU, this European system, all right, NATO, this Edomite empire, if you will. But Russia is not included in that. Even though Russians are Edomites, they're not included in that. It says, "These shall make war with the Lamb." So ultimately, they're going to come up against Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, "And the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful." Verse 15, it says, "And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth," and that whore is America. All right, because America currently, all right, is the top nation. Yeah, they're fallen, but currently they are the top nation. So they sit on the beast, man. They're in control. It says, "The whore where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," America's allies, all right, "these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." And that's talking about those missiles. And this is the point right here. It says, "For God, the Most High, Yahweh, hath put it in their hearts, in their minds, to fulfill his will." So that's the will of the Lord. So as you saw in that movie clip, this guy here, he didn't want to launch that shit, right? But the Most High gonna put that angel on him and put it in his heart to release it, whether he want to or not, man. Okay?
13, 12, 11.
7, 6, 5,
Sir, we have a launch order.
3,
Put your hand on the keys, sir.
1. Launch.
So it ain't gonna be none of that shit in that day. Like, no, I don't want to kill 20 million people. No. Here it is, scriptural right here. For the Most High had put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. And the scriptures say who has resisted his will. Okay, tell you that in the book of Romans. Who has resisted his will? It says, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, and to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Okay? So the words of the Most High are going to be fulfilled. Now going to the title of this lesson, Malachi 4:1, it says, for behold, that day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So as we saw in these clips, we saw the sequences of pretty much how they launch nuclear weapons, right? And that's kind of beautiful to get that visual, to see how these things happen, And then the information brothers has brought out throughout the years that Russia has a dead man switch. So pretty much if one missile comes at them, that switch is going to go off and it's just going to release all their missiles automatically, whether anyone is there to do it manually or not, man. Okay. Next precept I want to get is real quick, 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. I started get right to the point. 13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. And those arrows is representation of the missiles. Okay, missiles was not present during the time of Ezra's, man. All right, the technology did not exist. So he compared it to what he saw in his time, which were arrows. And for a missing nuke, you call it a broken arrow. That's the military term for a missing nuclear weapon, is a broken arrow. Okay, it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. So who is this talking about? The Most High, ultimately. Because as we read in Revelation, the 17th chapter, the Most High is going to put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. Okay? Because men don't want to release that shit, man. Okay? They understand that they with millions of people are going to die. So the Most High is going to have to put the spirit on them to release those missiles. That's why Russia and America signed that treaty, pretty much a nuclear arms treaty, to get rid of some of their nuclear stockpile. Okay? Because they understand the casualties. Once again, going to that term, mutual assured destruction. They understand what will happen if those missiles were launched. So this is the Most High's doings. Okay? So the day of the Lord shall burn as the oven. The Most High is going to bring destruction to a lot of people by fire, man. Okay, it says, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's understanding right there, because you can't shoot an actual bow and arrow from one end of the world to another. So it's letting you know it's not talking about actual arrows. It's talking about those missiles. Behold, the plagues are sent. One sec. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So what arrow can do that? It's talking about a missile. All right, and I think that's pretty much on those three precepts I wanted. Let's see if I can close out with something real quick. One sec. Well, yep, right here. Close out with this one right here. Right, and that's plain, man. Okay, and you wonder why brothers out there doing what the hell they got to do. We trying to escape and be found worthy to escape that shit, man. Looking for a precept real quick. One sec. Oh, hey, look, of course, 144 results, right? One sec. Bear with me. Yeah, right here. Zechariah 14 and 12. I'll close out with this. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And it shall be the plague where the Lord, his name is Yahweh, all right, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, and all the people, that's all these nations, man. And 2/3 of our own people. Okay. So the Lord is that's why the Lord is brewing up this third world war, ultimately to get these nations to shoot off these nukes. And it shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And we saw the example that it says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay? So pretty much that's the day of the Lord, man, shall burn his oven. And once again, that's pursuing of Malachi, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse. So with that, until next time, Lord's will, you edified. I'm going to say, Shalom.